Al was actually recently in Los Angeles and got to spend some time on the set of The Voice, one of my favorite shows, and I'm not paid to say that.
That's right. Well, I got to sit down with coaches Adam Levine, Blake Shelton, Shakira, and Usher following a day long of battles and eliminations. How tough is that? I mean, you've got these teams that you've put together, and you know one of them is not coming out. That's got to be difficult.
It's kind of bittersweet. Yeah, because in a way you have the opportunity to watch the results of all the hard work that you put into all this and to see how much progress your artists have made.
Or not made.
Or not made, yeah, exactly. But at the same time, you have to let one of them go, and it's sad. Sometimes the guilt is overwhelming. You know, last night, for example, I couldn't sleep very well. I had one of my artists in my mind the whole night because I had to let him go.
So it affects you?
It affected me, yeah.
And then Blake comes over and cracks some joke about how you ruined their life, and then you feel 10 times worse.
And you got to talk about it. It's out there.
For that.
He's a pretty bad person, Blake.
What's going on between you two? What's the deal here?
Me and Shakira? I'm glad that you asked. Oh, me and Adam.
You and Adam.
Oh, Adam's really stupid. For putting you two against each other. You know, I think we have a kinship because we're very immature, and neither one of us really have any pride.
How difficult is it for the two of you, Shakira and you, Usher, coming into this? These two have already been doing this, and now you've got to slide in. How hard has that been?
It's been easy to slide in, you know? I mean, our getting acclimated comes as a result of just doing what we love. And they make it really a pleasure because there's such friendly banter between the two of them that we just find our way into it. You know, rather we latch on to where they are or either start our own conversation. But it's a free form, a great dialogue, and honestly, you know, watching the show, I feel like it's organic. I feel like it's just natural.
Real,
man. It just feels like almost like a conversation at times.
There's an undeniable chemistry here.
I just hate to see somebody as talented and beautiful as her end up as an experiment on two different coaches who's never even been on the show before. They don't know what they're doing.
Oh, snap.
What's funny? This is a battle. You got to take this serious, man.
You're not just coaches. In a sense, you're being life coaches.
You know, sometimes I do feel a little bit like Tony Robbins or something, you know, trying, hey, you can do it and all that kind of stuff. But it's
about
true.
Figuring out what you're good at.
Yeah, it applies to life in a big way.
Yeah, you just had a little boy, Milan, and you had him here. I mean, what is it? Does that change the dynamic for you when you have your little guy
yeah,
here?
Of course. Being a mother is deliciously overwhelming. It's surreal. It's a whole new experience to me, and I'm discovering it second by second. And having him here, it's great. It's a new thing. It's another part of me and my loved one. And he's accompanying me in a way I don't feel alone. You know, I've been.
Little baby too.
Thank you.
How gratifying is it that you guys have all come together and you are now the #1 singing competition show in the land?
Number one?
The #1 singing competition show in the land.
#1.
That's right. You hear that, other singing competition shows? Whatever.
Idol.
You know who you are, other ones that I'm not going to say.
Okay, so show of hand, whose team wins this year?
Sorry, I missed that.
Whose team wins?
Your team loses because
lost.
you didn't
No,
put your
it's too
hand
late,
up.
Shakira. Too late.
I think that's what really sets them apart. They really have this camaraderie, and they put the emphasis on the singers, not on them. So it's really kind of caught fire.
I love the mentoring, too. But they're very competitive.
Yes, they are. Yes,
we should mention you can catch more of the battle rounds of The Voice tonight, tomorrow at 8, 7 Central, right here on NBC.